What is going on, you guys? Pet Platypus here, and it is time to review My Hero Academia Episode 3. I gotta be honest, for me, these episodes are just getting better and better. I mean, the last one was more intense and a little bit more emotional and dramatic, but this episode had the comedy game on point. Almost every joke here and the different facial expressions really worked for me. Except for maybe the muttering thing, where he would just, like, constantly talk and then would have, like, the words everywhere. I mean, I get the joke, it's just that those two jokes didn't do it for me, but minor ass nitpick aside, the comedy game was pretty on point, and the animation was also good. In terms of pacing, it was well paced. This is, for a seasonal anime, a touch on the slower side, but not bad at all. The progression was still fairly good story-wise, and the pacing was never like, oh, really, we're still holding on this, or whatever. Like, the pacing is still fine. It's just a touch slower than your average seasonal series, but that's kind of a breath of fresh air. Because a lot of seasonal series like to be really, really fast-paced, and sometimes they get too fast, and I can think of a few series that do that, but I'm not going to digress, so yeah. But bottom line is, the pacing was solid, the story progression was good, we get that 10-month jump, with, you know, we still see some of the training, but it is basically a 10-month time skip to see him train and work out, and get to the point where he has the body that can take on All Might's power, so really, really cool concept. I do like that he has to work for it, and All Might does point out that he had to work for it. He isn't just handed a power. It is kind of sucky that he just gets, you know, basically super strength, but, you know, which is such a generic ability. When in reality, Deku would have been an amazing Batman-type character. I mean, could you imagine? Like, he already takes notes on all these heroes. He's a big fanboy. He knows all their intricate little abilities and stuff. He probably could figure out their weaknesses, and by that logic, he could study villains and easily figure out their weaknesses and basically be like a Batman, but he has to have a power, because apparently you can't be a hero without a quirk. Tell that to Batman, but, you know, whatever. It just would have been more interesting, but for what it is, it's okay, I guess. It's passable at best, honestly, that he has super strength. It really is pretty standard, but whatever. The montage was cool. I'm a sucker for a good montage. The music even sounded kind of 80s. I was digging that. So the montage was cool. All Might smashing that fridge was the best animation in the episode, and it was awesome. All Might's just funny, too, when he's like, oh my goodness, because, you know, they have that English, but he transforms on the goodness part. That was really funny. But yeah, the animation was good, you know, specifically on that one moment. The timing was really nice there, and just, yeah, it really, the animation really benefited for the comedy. So yeah, and then we get introduced to a couple of other characters. They aren't really major characters as of yet, but we get introduced to the girl. I forget her name, and I don't think they said her name here, but she seems, you know, she's nice, she's cute, whatever. She seems like she'll be the cute, spunky one, and then you've got the other dude who's like the fucking got a stick up his ass, and I wasn't really ever a huge fan of him in the not comics, in the manga, but, you know, we'll see how he's handled in the anime, see if I like him anymore. Also, I think the enemies on screen that they showed, like the 4 different types of enemies for the event that they're going to be doing, I might be pulling this out of my ass, but I feel like they were Mario enemies. I feel like they were silhouettes of, like, Goombas and shit from Mario. Maybe I'm wrong, but in the manga I feel like that's what they were, and in the anime they changed it, I guess for copyright, but I mean, if the manga could do it, then why couldn't the anime? I don't know. But, yeah. And they describe it like a video game, and it's pretty cool. Basically, you go around fucking up fake villains, and what ends up happening is you get points, and I think you get points deducted if you attack. Well, they said it's prohibited to attack other people, so, you know, just fight them villains. And then there's these big-ass ones that, of course, you can't fight at all. They're too strong, and they aren't worth any points, I believe, so, you know, just fuck those things. But, or they're worth, like, 1, maybe. I don't remember exactly what he said, but it seems like a cool little event that could lead way for some cool action and some cool power reveals, and that's what the preview seems to show. Of course, I read these chapters in the manga, so I do know what's going to happen, but definitely want to see how the anime is going to handle one moment in particular in the next episode, because based on the preview, it looks like they're definitely going to cover a pretty cool moment for Deku, so yeah, definitely want to see how they're going to handle that next week, but overall, this episode was good. It had good animation, good pacing, the music was really good this time. Mainly just for that montage with that kind of 80s soundtrack, and maybe that's just how I felt that it sounded, but that really worked for me. So yeah, overall, it was a funny episode, it was well done, and yeah, it put a smile on my face a few times, so that's something. I'd probably give this episode a solid 7.5 out of 10. It's a good episode of My Hero Academia, And yeah, the series overall is still just kind of okay, but this was a good episode. So tell what you guys think of this episode of My Hero Academia in the comment section below. You can follow me on Instagram or add me on PSN. I'm Pat Platypus on both. Give this video a thumbs up and share it on social media. Both those would help me out a lot. Subscribe if you haven't already or if you like what you've seen here. I want to thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.